what's up? Hello, fellow human beings, planet Earth. How are we all doing on this glorious video gaming day? What's up, Linz? How are you doing? Dream Daddy. I haven't done it like 2 weeks. No, don't do it. Don't do it. That Elden Ring challenge run sounds pretty fun. Like I said in Discord, we just finished a complete randomized run of Elden Ring. We killed all bosses. All of them. Well, most of them. Yeah! Okay. We were gonna do a, I don't think I'm quite good enough at the game yet to do a deathless challenge, but we were gonna do a seamless rune level 1 challenge. Maybe I'd leave out to deathless. That could be fun, yeah. We have some run ideas that I wrote down. I think I'd probably want to like try the various challenges by themselves before jumping into like the full run. Like just do like an auto pickup run before you do. Is auto pickup like a mod or auto equip? Is that just a mod for the game? This is a mod for it. Ah, item randomizer, auto equip. Morning, SC. What's up, Mad Pineapple? Oh. Also mod for the rando where you automatically upgrade your weapon so you won't lose the upgrade materials for upgrade one. Yeah, that makes sense. If you get to plus 5 weapons you pick up will be plus 5. That's awesome. Dare thought that doing like a co-op speedrun could be fun too. I don't know if anyone does that, but I thought that sounded interesting too, like a just speedrunning the game but with multiple people.
This will be quick.
The randomizer really was a little bit exhausting though, because we did full randomized, like everything completely randomized, meaning all the items were. We didn't do the. I think the default for randomizing is like you randomize where major items are, so all the major items straight. But we did everything randomized. We found important, giga important, necessary, quest objective items, or like, you know, needed to progress the game items on like random body lying on the corner of the map or whatever. Oh no, this corner again. Oh my
there,
bad.
mister.
MB, sorry, I forgot. I was so busy listening to Dream Daddy. Oh.
I will resist.
Dream Daddy. What's gonna be? What's gonna be? Dude, these guys are insane. 698 health. Does the mythic thing mean that they're crystal people? Ugh. Elden Ring is great for, the seamless co-ops are a lot of fun though. That game is great for multiplayer. Still kind of crazy to me that FromSoft has just made that like a default part of the game.
Surrender or else. You're irrelevant.
Don't hold back!
Oh my god, of course. I may be fragile, but I'm not fragile. Repairing seamless co-op with walking noise, those were good. Those were 2 good times. Yeah, that was the good old days, right? Back in the day when women were women and men had hairy chests.
Prepare yourself.
Retreat is not an option.
I think I'm just pounding these guys.
Too late for apologies.
Strike!
Jesus. I remember of good old games for Windows Live multiplayer Dark Souls. Do you remember? Hey, do you remember?
I'm glad I was useful to you.
I'm gone.
We had some good boss RNG in that seamless go run, but the last boss was phase 2 Rykard, which is completely scuffed because
We do it my way.
his lava doesn't even hurt you if it's not in this arena, I guess. And it was one of those ancestral elks. That was our that was the end of DLC fight. So the end of like Consort Redown fight, basically. Oh, did he kill all these people? It was a little bit anticlimactic. We had some good hard fights though. A familiar gold-haired healer brushes some ash from his sleeve and shakes his head as he inspects a pile of charred demon corpses. They were too stubborn to retreat. Their determination could have helped them in life, but instead, it has only led to their untimely deaths. I regret having to kill them. What are you doing here? I debated for a long time whether or not to interfere in Dresden's affairs. However, the word of the loyal warrior who remained behind to defend the fortress touched my heart. I was persuaded to get involved, and none too soon, it seems. Celiax gestures towards the demon corpses. Was this, dude, a dragon? Yeah. The man smiles and there's a golden gleam in his eyes. Celiax, a golden dragon. You heeded my advice and spared a young servant of Baphomet instead of killing him. We parted ways, but I promised that we would meet again. There I am. I have to say, the spirit of the dragon is still strong within you. News of your heroic deeds has spread far and wide. People call you the Hope of Mendev, and the hero of the Crusades. Many of them refuse to believe you were dead. They clearly hold you in great esteem. What happened to the cultists I spared? I already became a healer. I do not know if he still worships Baphomet, but even if he does, I'm certain that he will bring more good into the world than evil. Let's Alex Miles. You should be proud of yourself. You chose to spare him. Thanks to your decision, the world now has another caretaker of the afflicted. Attack! Let's see if I can kill a real dragon. Come at me. You can help me drive away the demons. You are not leading a large force against the demons, and that leads me to believe that you do not want to attract attention. When I go dragon entering the fray is something that attracts a good deal of attention. Trust me. Furthermore, Alaseliax regards it intently. I wish to see for myself what you have achieved since we last saw each other. I want to observe how the dragon spirit manifests within you. I have to go. Farewell, Commander. This will be a difficult fight, but if you look within yourself, you'll find that your spirit, the spirit of a dragon, cannot be defeated. If you desire to follow Trendlev's example, come and meet me in Dresden after battle. And if you do not, well, this will be our last meeting. Or there can only be one dragon of Doshima. What's a bit, right?
Follow if you dare.
Let's prove our logic is lacking.
I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Desna, guide my hand.
Dude. How much temporary health does this guy have? Oh my god, he has 1,000 health. Jesus Christ.
Am I doing it wrong?
This is gonna abs. First of all, Ember does it so much damage. Like 300 damage. Let's take a look. This is gonna fuck us up. Average henchman and X5. I guess I can't blame the queen for retreating. I guess I get it.
Kneel before me. You should have run!
Oh my god, what the hell was that? Oh.
Make your peace.
I may be a Regile, but I am not a Regile. Mr. Bond.
The end. It's time to act! I'm off!
You require my unbiased
Ooh,
opinion?
out of heals. Ooh, 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 ooh. Heal. GG.
I do what I must.
Alright. So if I don't spare the dude and Hal hates me, there's a bunch more enemies there, I assume.
I'm gone.
But when I'm gone, just carry on. Don't mourn. Oh, you can't even get up there. No, they destroy the stairs. No.
We do it my way.
They caught the guy actually yoinking. Interesting shopping mission. Wait, what?
Follow if you dare.
Actually yoinking. Oh, I'm buying stuff right now. Okay.
I'm off.
Fair. Did you exclaim, "Actually, you're king!
I finished here.
Actually, you're
Is there
king!"
more?
That's what I would do.
I do what I must.
Yo, Mr. Storyteller, man, where's there about that? Oh, there she is. Perfect. The storyteller turns to you calmly. Long months have passed, Commander, but even while you were away on the other plane, I could hear your brave heart beating. The sound never stopped for a second. Well, I guess it has been months since I talked to you, but also you knew what was happening, though, because we talked to each other, remember? You teleported to your tower. Erebet looks at you as if unable to believe what has happened. Commander, you... For a while she stands speechless. Finian laughs. You're a lively one, Grandpa Elf, always finding yourself in the most dangerous spots, but I'm still glad to see you, although you'd be safer tucked up by a fire somewhere. How have you been the past 6 months? The Queen showed us nothing but respect and fair treatment. After she decided to proceed with the crusade, many of us chose to stay with the unit in order to protect the Wardstone until you return. It was an easier decision for me than for others. I'd encountered you in the Abyss, and I knew you were alive, but not everyone believed me. Then yesterday I had a vision. I was leafing through the pages that you had collected for me, and suddenly I saw the future. Not the future clamoring to be told by the page in my hand, but your future. The future of the person who first brought that page to me. In my vision, you returned from the Abyss marked by new powers that wound around you like snakes. I love the English language where wound and wound are the same, written the same. Your voice made the earth tremble. People and demons dropped to their knees, and Iomade herself extended you a helping hand, but the only thing you were concerned with was the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Galfrey had taken with her. The storyteller shakes his head. I know what I saw is difficult to believe, but I am in the habit of trusting my visions, so I hurried to the citadel to lay my hands on some of Queen Galfrey's possessions to try to discern where she went and where your banner is now. My story is simpler. Hanivia and I both agreed that we should stay here to wait for you. We're supposed to serve the Queen, but our hearts are here. Besides, you are still the commander of the Crusade, and I have no right to abandon you, even if there's almost no hope left. Although I must admit that the storyteller's tale about his visions of your imminent return seemed quite vague. I followed him here to make sure he didn't accidentally hurt himself. Erebet smiles happily. I'm glad that he proved to be right, and you really have returned. You know where the Queen went? It wasn't easy. I see the Queen's future and her past as if it looking through a shattered glass. Multiple visions come one after another, distorting the picture. The Queen is in mortal danger, at the crossroads of her fate, and her every step may prove fatal. But I did not give up, and fortune smiled upon me. I touched her goblet and learned where she was leading her army. Her Majesty decided to march for Iz, a bold move, one worthy of a queen who is not accustomed to hiding. This is an utterly anti-scientific method of acquiring information, and that's what makes it so interesting. I'll have to conduct a series of experiments involving you to establish how you react to various objects, to identify patterns in the amount of information that you receive from them. The storyteller smiles. You have already said that in exchange, in exactly those words. You even conducted your experiments. You handed me some shards to hold. Once you brought a huge club, another time you gave me a live hedgehog. Then you said the experiment was a failure and immediately forgot all about it. Really? Well, if I decided to forget all about it, that must mean I didn't learn anything of interest. I won't remember this time either. Nene winks and looks around. So, what were we talking about? We must hurry and help the Queen. Let's take the restroom back, Commander, and then we march onwards. The place sounds familiar. Can you remind me of the details? Oh, it's the city that hangs over the Abyss. It once was the citadel of a legendary rulers, the capital of Sarkoris, but now demons are tearing it apart, making a mockery of its former glory. 2/3 of its magnificent streets and proud towers have collapsed into the world wound. But the city still holds on, just as Sarkoris holds on, defeated but refusing to die. The Queen did the right thing. We mustered enough strength to try and go on the offensive. For the first time since the Crusade, if we don't recapture it now, who knows how many years we'll have to wait for another opportunity to approach it. To arms. It's time for the final battle for Dresden. The storyteller knows, yes, your arrival has changed everything. Attacked by two armies, we felt like dilapidated palisade on the verge of being swept away by a giant wave. But with your return, we have become an indestructible wall that will withstand any blow. I was afraid we would not be able to succeed without the banner. We may not have the banner, but we're still here. We live to see you return. You truly are our banner, Commander. To arms! There's one more thing. Okay, yeah, good. Do that after we do our heroic to arms speech. The storyteller paused for a while. In the shattered fragments that form her fate, I can sense your presence, and I'm convinced that the Queen could sense it too. No one can say what your next encounter will lead to, but there's one thing I know for certain. Queen Galfrey's fate and yours are tightly intertwined. Perhaps that is what made the Queen write this letter to you. Hear you. I don't know where you are now. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are now. Are you still alive? I don't know what to do, but I'm the Queen. I must act accordingly. I know why I don't know why I'm even writing this letter. You're unlikely to ever read it. Forgive me. Is it called Curious Tavern? After I touched her goblet, I saw her hiding it in a secret compartment in the wall, and I managed to find it. I do not know what it says, but I can sense the emotion emotions that were tearing the Queen apart while she wrote it. The storyteller ponders for a moment. I think I will be able to tell you about the feelings she was experiencing in that moment, if you wish. You can come to me later when everything has settled down, and bring this letter with you. We'll look into the past of this item together. Oh, I'm about to do a lot of dialogue, huh? There's too many of them. This is useless, we're done for. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? A huge oily Nelfenshi is waiting for you with his arms folded. Here comes the commander, kids. So, Commander, do you like what you see? You've arrived just in time to hear your friends screaming for help. They trusted you, and look what happened to them. You actually think you can rescue them? Ha! Who do you think you are? Okay, so I don't know anything about what's about to happen, but chances of a literal god landing on them and stomping them to death. You shouldn't have angered our master, mortal. He will take away everything you have, your mind and your flesh included. You belong to him now. You sent this army here, you beast. We all serve our bastard Baphomet, the Lord of the Labyrinth. He promised us rest then, and your skin as a doormat. Oh, I killed that guy. Why can't I say that? Why can't I be like, oh yeah, oh, I killed that dude? The Marilyn adds with a smug grin. He'll only get dressed then, or on Gofta. The skin is mine and mine only. He will look splendid in my chambers in the inelectable prison. I'll do what that idiot Minago failed to accomplish. I'll destroy the Wardstone as you watch. Little Commander, and then I'll admire the despair frozen on your face forever. Good. I'll rescue my friends. Good option, I should. Only I have the power of life and death over these soldiers. The Nelfashi bursts into laughter. I'll rescue my friends! And how exactly will you do that, you pathetic Golarian maggot? What can you do on your own without your army? Yell inspirational speeches? Oh no, I'm so scared. And then all the pathetic defenders of Dresden will be inspired and turn into an invincible force? Ha! Yes, that's usually how it goes in fairy tales. Well, first of all, Kira could probably solo this, maybe. Well, secondly, yes. You know what happens next in real life? Your friends will rot in my lord's dungeon, and their bones will join the myriad of others. We'll wipe your army out, and you along with it. But I won't kill everyone. I'll lock you in a cage and start torturing your friends. Once I'm done with them, they will come and spit in your face. They'll tell you themselves what torment you've doomed them to. With a pointed yawn, the Merilith remarked casually, "It's time to end this, mortal. He has nothing to surprise us with. But the so and dialogue button. Katu. You're just a jumped up mortal insect. You're nobody. Requires legend mythic path? What is legend mythic path? Oh, dragon! Yo! Legend? What is legend? Yes, I am mortal. I'm the commander of the 5th Crusade. This is my city, my people, my destiny. That's cool. That is a cool line of dialogue. Let the darkness perish, begone from my world, demons. That's okay. I am a golden dragon. My heart is full of compassion, but my spirit is relentless. I will allow those who want to leave to go in peace, but those who stay, I will have to destroy. Dude, this is such a Kiryu line. Legends is the path I thought most fitting for Kiryu, really? Legend basically no mythic path, but you get level 40, interesting. But the max level you can have in any class is 20, right? So you want you to start leveling other classes? Is there enough XP to get level 4 at this point? Not sure how it works, interesting. Well, I'm picking Dragon. But you think Legend is more fitting than Dragon for Kiryu Dolius? Legend is like Captain America's path. It's peak human. It reduces aura level requirements by 2 times. Oh. He's pretty much a legend. Yeah, but I mean, he's also a dragon though. Of Dojima. I can see both arguments for both. I've already hyped my mind up too much for dragon though, so we're doing dragon, but I mean, it's a good argument. Power rushes through your body, almost ripping it up. I like how they just stepped aside. They were like, oh, I don't want to be between these guys. Almost ripping it apart. The wound in your chest bursts open in a spray of bloody droplets. The might bestowed upon you by the abyss and Aurel of Warlash erupts into this world, and you pay for it in the purest agony. Jesus Christ. Kiryu, say it, don't spray it, man. Orin Gofta, who just a moment ago seemed so vast, so powerful, now seems like a slow-witted bully to you. The demons and the Citadel's defenders are all just poor, misfed children who see no further than the tip of their own noses. Your heart fills with compassion for them. Aww. The soft glow of your scales touch them all, soothing them with its warmth, and they realize there's no need to fight anymore. Battles are pointless. Life, every moment of it, is the greatest miracle. Preserving it and reveling in each new day is what is truly important. He turned into a dragon. So the demons hesitate for a few moments, then leave, wondering, and then leave. Okay. Demons are like, oh, wait, the fuck, what am I doing here? Walks away in the middle of the battle. And why they got into fight in the first place, but others are just too angry to retreat. You know that they are no match for a gold dragon, and their sad decision has just doomed them. Battle assistant. What the hell am I doing here? Alright, yeah, that seems fair. Battle it is. Yo, who could have known this would happen? The chairs in the background sound so disproportionate here. Like, First of all, 15% of people have the achievement I just got, which is phase 2 great entities and make your choice. So I guess 15% of people have gotten to this part of the game. But secondly, a literal god just appeared on the planet, and people are like, "Woo!" They sound like Sims. Saplabanaka, yippa! Hey! It's... An incredible silence suddenly descends over the city. It is broken by the solemn sound of fanfares that seem to come from far away. Everywhere and nowhere all at once. All eyes are turned to the huge stained glass window of the city's main cathedral. It begins to glow with a soft light, and in the next breathes. A lone figure steps out of the glass onto the cobblestones of Dresden. 15, no, 15. 15, not 50. But again, I don't know if these achievements are like enhanced edition specific or whatever. I still have no idea. I don't think they are because this is the only version on Steam, but probably not such a big deal on Galarian. I think this is a pretty big deal on Galarian.
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
Some mistaken her, Iomade, the goddess who has deigned to descend to the world of mortals. Her companions shield their faces and able to withstand her radiance. The surviving demons quiver, and the townfolk fall to their knees, but the deity's eyes are on you and you alone. Alright, Arishale, I'm sorry, Arishale. I mean, we had something, but what am I supposed to do, Arishale? I mean, oh wow, look everyone, it's a goddess. Okay, now I want to make a character just based around that dialogue line. Just some completely oblivious buffoon. Wow, look everyone, it's a goddess, what the hell? 15 sounds reasonable. Yeah, I agree so. That sounds pretty reasonable for this late into the game. Just kill her. True, die. What the hell? You'd at least think this evil attack option would have something more to it at this point, rather than just yelling die. I greet you, Light of the Sword.
And I greet you, Knight Commander. I suppose you're asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the World Wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone.
Yo, I am with a new companion.
And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands. I know how much light and hope you have brought to the Crusaders. Your achievements are indisputable. But during all that time, your followers believed that their leader was Heaven's chosen. This is a bitter lie, and goodness and justice cannot be based on lies.
I mean, okay, it wasn't a lie, to be clear. A lie requires intent. You can't. I don't think you can accidentally lie.
The path you chose to defend Dresden, I cannot accept it. Demons are an evil that have brought immeasurable suffering to this world, and yet you gave them a choice? When they corrupt and destroy, they do not give anyone the benefit of choice. They do not deserve mercy. Your power is great, but it will be no good for Golarion if you continue to let its enemies run free.
Oh, is she talking about like the dragon path here?
But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion, both from Dascari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness. But that is not my only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a hero who has triumphed over the demons many times. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that is caught in a web of demonic deceit and villainy.
Uh... Maybe I did acquire my powers from a dubious source, but I follow my own path.
You may think so, but alas, this is not true. It can be, however, if you accept my help. In that moment, when my poor Herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Illusionera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
Oh. Okay, I don't know. The walls of Dresden shake again, and with a ringing laugh, a black shadow appears before the shining goddess. Nauticula in the flesh. Standing beside her is her other warlord, who stares at the goddess with ice-cold rage in her eyes.
Who here has been taking my name in vain? Ah, it's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Galarian. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
I don't think Iomade and Nocticula are even on, like, the remote same level, right? Iomade doesn't need a stats, does she? Iomade. Pathfinder, 1E. Yeah, Iomade is statted. Yeah, I'm gonna know this, so yeah, I just wanted to make sure. But I don't know. I don't know if Iomade can fight her. I guess maybe I'll find out. But I don't know if gods are allowed to kill demon lords, unless it's like. Yeah, actually no, probably not, right? Because they would have discarded then, right? Iomade would have just gone down and be like, oh hey Discari, pokes, and the Discari's like, ah. Her being so big really helps sell the angel and devil on his shoulder meme they're going for, yeah. The legendary proportions is really selling the scene, huh? Yeah, the power differential there is like insane. It's like it's not even close. Nocticula is like within my boundaries to kill. I could probably kill Nocticula. Iomade would know the entire party here probably. If she felt like doing it. Well, if she could do it, I guess. But the material plane isn't. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not pointing out. That's the universe. So then, said gods are weak and scared. I mean, they can probably do less as a god than she is Herald. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Well, she can't do less, but she can. She has less direct intervention powers, right? She's probably doing more as a god than she ever did as an inheritor, but she's doing less directly.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else. Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte. After all, the wound is still there, as far as I know. So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
This part is really getting started now. Who will be next to arrive? Caden, Kaelin, perhaps? Listen, alright ladies, listen. I've got an idea. How about the three of us go somewhere private and talk about this? Nocticula is so based. I feel like there's a good option there. She's just gonna say no, probably, would be my guess. And I don't feel like Carrie would say this. This feels a bit this feels very bitch boy. The only settled is the ancient art of Jello wrestling. I'm ready to hear what you want to tell me.
Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the world wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
I wouldn't in some theoretical universe where the demons just started winning really hard. I feel like wouldn't the gods just all come together and be like, all right, listen, we can't have Golarion be infested by a bunch of demons. Like we can't have Golarion be a demon planet, a material plane. Like we need, first of all, all the souls would be fucked, right? All the soul stuff would just be completely fucked. The whole order of life in the universe would be completely fucked. But secondly, Ravagog is also on that planet. So wouldn't theoretically the gods just get together and be like, all right, let's intervene, guys. Like all of them just come together, like intervention time. So the cycle of life and death just stops working, presumably at that point, right? Assuming the demons eventually would spread from Golarion to other planets. But also, I don't know if you can trust this planet with the Ravagog in it, with a bunch of demons around. Of course, that's where Asmodeus presents his bill. Yeah, so the presumption is that, at least for right now, all the gods like Asmodeus are assuming that they can just deal with the world wound. But you would assume that if in some alternative reality where the world wound is inevitable, that like they don't think they can deal with it, all the gods would just come together and be like, all right, well, and they just snap their fingers and all the demons would just be instantly destroyed and the world would never exist, right? They would just erase it from existence, essentially. It feels like I guess the demons have other things to gain from this, obviously, but it feels like the demons the Skari would also understand that we'll take over all of Golarion. It's like, well, I don't think that would happen. I hate to break it to you. I don't think that's realistic.
The goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomade? Righteous wrath? Or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. Powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many Imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Gave us ring from the start, Skari. It's that always was meme with the two astronauts and the gun. Why is Curious so big? I cast a spell called Legendary Proportions on him, which makes him a really big boy. Righteous Wrath roll the credits.
Silence. It's impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon, which has made so many victories possible, and only because he received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have? Save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste, is it not? You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that he is bound to the World Wound, that he is slowly dying because of its influence, and that he is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told him that closing the wound won't save him from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the world wound will die along with it.
Whoa! And people are still really upset as spaghetti about AI, right? But I can't believe that we're getting closer and closer to the future I always wanted as a kid, where Iomade will actually say the name of the character. You know, they don't have to. Don't have to keep talking around your characters in RPGs like they don't exist. Like they said this.
That is true. I tried to tell you back in Illusionera, but I was not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch two planes together as I have stitched Galarian and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
Yes, XX69 S3XX, you are the true hero of Galarian. Hey, listen, some people are gonna be weird with it, but that's how it has to be. That's life. But now I'm finally starting to understand the rules of this game. In other words, I'll die if I don't close the wound. I'll die if I do close it.
It is true. Now do you see the perils of accepting a demonic gift? No matter how much power the Abyss gives you, that power will always be tainted by lies and misfortune. This is the justice I promised you. The right to know the whole truth, and not to be a plaything in the hands of abyssal spawn.
I feel like here, her art seems really tasteful. It like maybe like mild boob plate, but very stylistic. But here it actually looks just as her boobs out. Like in-game model looks way more boob armory. I think, like, were you trying to hide this from me?
Trying, you say? I successfully hid the truth from you for as long as I deemed necessary. Are you expecting me to explain myself? My goal is to close the world wound, not to grant you a happily ever after.
I don't think Kiryu would care, right? I don't know. What if I'm willing to sacrifice my life if it means closing the world wound?
Oh, how noble! For a brief moment, I even felt some regret that we demons are incapable of such lovely feelings. You see now, Inheritor? My little protege has more nobility in him than you expected. Shame on you.
This nobility is exactly why I came here. To help the Knight Commander learn the truth, and to show him that he has been used. Besides, I do not believe that you have been acting for selfless reasons, Lady in Shadow. Honesty and nobility have never counted among your virtues. You own the main source of Nahindrian crystals, and your servant Arilu has learned how to break the laws of the universe with their help. Can it be that the ruler of darkness and mistress of assassins has not conceived a way to use this formidable gift for her own benefit?
Accusations, suspicions, all completely hollow, just like your bright-eyed pretty little head. It's a pity you inherited Eridan's sword, but not his sharp mind. I have but one goal now. To stop the armies of that lecherous billygoat and that gluttonous bug from strutting around my domain as if it were their own. I don't give a fig whether it will help mortals or
A
hurt
fig.
them. If the enemy of your enemy makes you a mutually beneficial proposition, you would have to be a complete idiot to say no.
I feel like if we're playing the ratings game, we have one fuck. This would probably be a good fuck. What if I reject this power?
You will live.
You will lose everything that makes life worth living.
You will spoil a brilliant endeavor and destroy the lives of thousands of mortals who will be devoured by the legions of demons coming from the abyss. Aside from that, you won't do anything extraordinary at all.
God, it's gonna help me cleanse my soul of the influence of the abyss.
Aurilu has planted a piece of the abyss itself in your soul. The only thing that can cleanse the soul of such a taint is that same soul. But I will be near. I will show you how to root out the demonic corruption. I am not a demon, and I do not offer any simple solutions. You will have to go your own way, no matter where it leads.
I feel like the rules here would make it really, really, really simple and easy to set up like a demon mob farm, right? Like from Minecraft. You set up a thing where the demons spawn in, they just fall into like a hole, and then someone stabs them, and then they start leveling up, and they become more and more powerful. We could like create a bunch of heroes like that. That'd be a really easy way to just boost a bunch of people to level 20 instantly. Well, now I'm finally starting to understand the rules of the game.
Yes. The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise. The branches of the Tree of Sin are vast and verdant, but its only fruit is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
But does she want me to save myself and not close the whirlwind? I'm confused.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait. Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
Yo, Deb, what's up? But I think of the witch's wrist, something changes in her as if a veil has fallen. One so thin that it was almost invisible, but which had clouded your vision. Nonetheless, now you can see what was hidden before. A deep open wound above Aurella's heart. The wound pulsates as blood drips from it. I see my wound because you, Aurelu, implanted the essence of the abyss in my soul when you expanded the world wound. My question is, why do you have a similar wound? Could it be because you used your own soul as a key when you first opened the world wound? I just got home from Stardew Valley concert. Whoa! Stardew Valley concert.
That's right. And this means that the world wound actually has 2 keys.
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound, and the key was right under my nose this whole time. Aurilu, my love, come over here.
Aurelu does not look like someone who has been cornered, but on a trace of fear she gives you a faint nod, and then makes a barely discernible gesture with her hand, and disappears as if she were never there.
Wait! I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt. But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Aurilu opened the world wound, and Aurilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first. And this will require certain powers.
See ya. What's up? We're having a little ménage à trois. That's what it's called, right? We're having a little threesome right now.
Yes. Arilu Vorlesh will pay for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift, and secure your victory while being the person you were before Arilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal, and become a legend among mortals.
I got that again. I got that. Ja, Frankie. Frankie. Helt konge. Stemmer det? Stemmer ikke det, sjef, at du helt konge, helt Helmaks? Helmaks-loggen. Du så tydelig. Jeg hadde det. Kom her, Roy. Kom igjen. Da blir det gitt. Da blir det der, Er du flink gutt-dagen? Alle som går for seg. Er du gæren? Er du gæren-dagen? Forsiktig, ja. Forsiktig, ja, sjef. Litt forsiktig, ja. Jeg har på meg sokker. Loggen. I mean, Deb, it's just a normal day for me, of course. I mean, I'm used to gods and the demon lords all vying for me and, you know, wanting to have sex with me all the time.
She's talking rubbish. True, we gave you the power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want with it. But first, you must use it to close the world wound. You aren't going to catch this world's most powerful witch, and a half-demon one at that, with your bare hands, are you?
What's the decision here? Can I remove my mythic powers? Before I make my decision, I want to ask Iomine some questions.
Ask, and you shall have your answers.
You gained your own power from the Starstone. How is my power any different?
My ascension was not accomplished in one day, and even the test of the Starstone was only one of its stages.
Okay.
I did not merely gain power. I embraced a sacred duty. Your power, on the other hand, stems not from long hours of study, not from trials. It is not the natural talent you were born with and carefully honed throughout your life. It is the result of an evil soul's deranged experiment with the blood of dead abyssal lords.
You imprisoned the entire host of angels inside the Wardstones. Why did you do that to them?
Every one of my angels volunteered for that mission. They all knew what kind of watch they were going to keep.
More or less.
They knew that it would be a hard and exhausting battle, but that the lives of mortals throughout Golarion would depend on it. Alas, angels' minds can be as fragile as the minds of mortals. In less than 100 years, many wavered, and wished to break the oath they had sworn. I do not blame them. I blame myself for allowing them to take on a burden that was too heavy for them.
Did you send your herald to follow me to the abyss, or did he go of his own free will?
He acted on his own noble impulse, and I did not stop him. I also did not try to dispel his misconception about you being my chosen one. I do not lie, but both celestial beings and mortals can be mistaken.
She doesn't lie, sure. She merely withholds some of the truth. For the noblest of reasons, of course.
You know what happened to your herald?
My herald, my loyal companion, was captured, and now demons are using him to attack Dresden. They're holding him in the Ivory Labyrinth, Baphomet's realm of the Abyss. It is a place I cannot go.
What?
Not even to save my faithful friend. For doing so would start an interplanar war.
He was killed. He was murdered. What?
Right now, as we speak, Baphomet's servants are torturing the hand of the Inheritor. Tormented and anguished, he reaches for you with his thoughts and his soul. I cannot tell if he sees you as a great unfulfilled hope or a last chance. But Baphomet knows well how to exploit such desperate yearning.
Did I miss something? Baphomet pulled his heart out of his chest.
He has turned my herald into a source of power to open temporary portals. They do not last long, but they lead from the dungeon where the hand of the Inheritor suffers, right to your doorstep. Baphomet does not need to lead his armies through the rifts. Now he can send them right here. As long as my poor herald remains in the hands of that monster, this will not stop. I cannot say if it is still possible to save him, or if putting him out of his misery is the only way. I cannot openly ask you to intervene. But if you decide to do so, you will be helping both yourself and the one who chose the martyr's path when he followed you into the abyss.
Okay, listen. There's no shot your inability to openly ask for someone to intervene can be circumvented by just being like, oh hey, it's Miriamide, my servants. I can't ask you guys to do anything about this thing happening over there. I can't ask all of you guys to go over there and deal with this, but if you guys did, that would be pretty cool. I'm just saying. I mean, I can't ask you guys to do it, but there's no shot she's not able to openly ask someone to intervene. But she can be like, but if you decide to do it, what can I do? Right? Like there's no way this circumvention here. It's just like, well, I can't ask you to do it, but I can tell you about it. Ever since I acquired these powers, everyone has believed me to be Iomede's chosen. Why didn't you do anything to dispel this misunderstanding?
At first, I did not know who you were, or where your powers originated. This was revealed to me only when my herald offered up his dying prayer from the depths of the abyss. And following his desperate plea, I sought to confirm my suspicions. Until that point, I had observed you without intervening. After all, your crusade was securing victories, the first Golarion had seen in many years. So even if it was not I who had sent you into battle, it felt unfair to undermine you.
Hint, hint, wink, wink is legal in interplanetary courts. Yeah, apparently. I just like it sounds so silly. I can't ask you to go into the abyss and rescue the Inheritor. I can't ask you to do that, Kiryu, but if you did, that would be pretty. I mean, it would be pretty good. I'm just saying, I would be pretty cool if you did that. Okay.
In other words, our Imperial guest had no problem with your power, as long as she didn't know where it came from. She didn't even share her suspicions with her own herald. And after all that, someone dares to claim that demons are the most deceitful creatures?
Even if it wasn't I who sent you, it would be unfair for me not to claim the credit anyway.
You should not blame someone else if you base your accusations on vague suspicions rather than solid proof. You call my behavior deceitful. You, of all creatures, who kept the commander ignorant of the fate you had chosen for him? Indeed, the insolence of demons knows no bounds.
But if in this context I'm picking the Baphomet path too, shouldn't Baphomet also be present, or does Baphomet not care? He's just like, hey, I don't care, dude. I don't care if you're a demon or not, man. Whatever, man. A demon lord stands before you. Why don't you destroy her right here and now?
I could. But then every other demon lord would decide that he or she was next and stand against me. In response to that, the Imperial Lords would take up arms. Then Hell, Heaven, and Elysium would join the conflict. A war would break out, one which mortals could not hope to survive.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean Baphomet, I meant, what's his face? Dragon Man. Deutschmark. No, I'm talking about the dragon god. Dragon god, man. The god of dragons. Apsu. Yeah. Shouldn't Apsu be like, yo, I feel like I have some stakes in this too, Iomade, you know? Why have you decided to descend to the world of mortals at this particular moment? Also, I don't feel like this... I don't feel like this is an accurate answer here. Like... I don't know if the biggest problem with Iomade smiting Nocticula is just that it would cause a conflict between hell and heaven. I feel like this would cause other gods to intervene, right? That would be like a de-attentional problem. I mean does the Abyss have any creature powerful enough to standing as home? I guess Lamashu and stuff maybe. I guess Lamashu. I don't know if it's Pathfinder first edition, but at least the second, right? Lamashu would be on par with Iomade, I guess. Why have you decided to descend to the world of mortals at this particular moment?
As I have already said, I am here to open your eyes to Nocticula's lies and to prevent
This
more
always happens.
calamities in the future. You are at a crossroads now. I will not force you to do anything, but you needed to learn the truth and have the chance to cleanse yourself.
Yeah, I get that this always happens. I'm just saying, like, if I'm going the like dragon path, it feels like Apsu would have some say in that too, right? And that's not exactly what she said. She just said that Hell, Heaven, and Elysium would have a war. But I think a god literally smiting, like descending from heaven and just smiting another creature, especially one powerful enough to be a demon lord, would be a bigger conflict than just Hell, Heaven, and Elysium. That would be like, you know, that kind of breaks a lot of like rules of being a deity, right? I think more people would be interested in that than just Hell, Heaven, and Elysium. That's not something where like the other gods would also be like, hey, Iomade, what's up with this, man? Why did Arello do everything possible to lead us to the idea that she was a key too?
The impulses that drive a soul as black as hers are beyond my comprehension. Perhaps she was startled by my arrival and decided not to bother keeping a secret that was bound to be revealed. Or perhaps she is up to some cunning scheme. Be on your guard. The architect of the World Wound will surely try to bring you down. For if she truly is a key, then it must mean that she will die sooner or later due to the influence of her own horrible creation. And that means that sacrificing you is her only chance of survival.
Explain to me again, how exactly can you help me cleanse myself of the influence of the Abyss?
Aurilu has planted a piece of the Abyss itself in your soul. The only thing that can cleanse the soul of such a taint is that same soul. But I will be near. I will show you how to root out the demonic corruption. I am not a demon, and I do not offer any simple solutions. You will have to go your own way, no matter where it leads.
I have no more questions.
It is time to make your decision then.
No, Tickla, I have some questions for you.
If you have questions, ask away.
Why did you try to hide the fact that closing the world wound would kill me?
Because if I'd told you the truth, you would have refused to do it. But you're not angry with me, are you? After all, everything has worked out perfectly fine. We found another key. So now you can live and enjoy your life. Provided that you catch Aurilu, of course.
Now that we've decided to use Aurilu to close the world wound, you still want me to keep the powers I acquired from her?
Of course I do. Firstly,
I'm
you'll
not
need
angry,
those
horny
powers
is
to
more
catch
accurate.
Aurilu and bring her to Threshold. Surely you don't think she'll willingly fall into your hands, and the demonic hordes will politely make way for you. And secondly, the powers Aurilu gave you protect you from dying before your time. None of us want the wound to kill you prematurely. You are extremely useful to me alive. After all, if you let Aurilu slip through your fingers, we can always go back to the original plan for closing the wound.
Aurilu deliberately led us to the idea that she was a key too. Why?
Apparently, she understood that her secret was about to be revealed anyway, so she decided to leave in style. What human female over 100 years old wouldn't feel flattered at being the center of attention? Although she could have other reasons. She obviously wanted us to understand everything and immediately rush off in pursuit of her. She's probably been preparing for a war of all against all for a long time, and now she wants to wage it on her own terms. Expect treachery and traps wherever you go.
Human female. That's how I also address women. Where could Aurilu have fled to?
No, let's think. She's hidden in the abyss before. She won't dare to return there now. Not only to my realm, but to any other either. Even if Baphomet and Discari both take it upon themselves to guard Aurilu personally, that won't stop me from sneaking in, slitting her throat, and leaving undetected. And she knows that. If I were her, I would hide in a place where the powers of her enemies were uncertain, and her own power was close to unlimited. I say you should look for her here, in the World Wound.
Aren't you afraid to stand in the presence of the goddess?
Tut tut, how rude! I wouldn't say the girl is that hideous. I admit her face is far from perfect. Her body too, to be honest. But all in all, not bad. I've seen worse.
Your theatrics are too transparent to offend me, demon. At least, they can hardly offend me more than the very fact of your existence.
You really plan to use me to become a goddess yourself?
That is nothing but the wild speculation of a little girl who gained celestial power through no merit of her own, and now fears that others may do the same, forcing her to share her place in the spotlight. Do I want to become a goddess? Of course I do. Who wouldn't? Can you help me with that? Sadly, no.
I was 100% offended. She cried later that day.
Of course, Aurilu used to blather on about how her brilliant invention could bake gods like pies. But between you and me, the cleverer the inventor, the larger their ego becomes. So far, she hasn't managed to create anything stronger than you. And, no offense, but you're no match for any deity. Very well. It's time for you to make your decision.
I want to ask my companions for advice. What do you think about all this?
Perhaps your power came from the abyss, but your beautiful soul has cleansed it of all evil. Don't reject this power, for you have already proved that you are worthy of it.
Alright, that's 1-4.
Frankly, your mythic power brings more trouble than true pleasure. And I see no sense in holding on to something that doesn't bring pleasure.
Because I would be a vote against, but no one cares what Camilla has to say, so...
Your power doesn't lie in magic tricks. You know it doesn't. Your real power is inside you. You can win without tricks. I will help you.
Because 1 against.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but how can a demon grant the power of an angel? Listen, if you had no goodness inside, You couldn't have reached Lariel in the caves beneath Canabras. I remember
Why is
how
Lani
once,
happen so
long
much compared to
ago,
everyone else?
you showed me the light of heaven. Maybe I didn't believe in you right away, but I believe in you now. You've proven time and again that you deserve the light of heaven. You are my commander, marked by an angel. This power rightfully belongs to you.
Okay, that's 2-4.
As a member of the Order of the God Claw, I ought to advise you to obey the will of the goddess, or at least to take it into consideration. But as your companion, who has spent a lot of time with you, I can't help but notice you have reforged demonic Nahindrian power into angelic power. This is a sign of order triumphing over chaos. Perhaps there is room for maneuver here. That is why I advise you to weigh all the options and to make your own decision.
Okay, Rachel is 4, obviously. He doesn't want to, he's being a little bit of a tsundere, but...
It's not my place to gainsay the will of my goddess, but the thing is, I can sense evil. And I don't sense it in your power at all. I just don't. Whatever those horned monsters had planned for you, you definitely aren't playing by their rules.
Okay, that's 4-4. 1 against.
You gave hope to the Crusaders in their darkest hour, even when all seemed lost and only despair and death lay ahead. With these powers, you have saved countless lives, and you will save more. Of course you must keep them.
Counted to forward. He's not a real Nazi like this. Wait, how do Nazis count to 4? What the hell? I don't know. I can't raise this finger individually, unfortunately, or my pinky, I guess.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I shall remember this moment for the rest of my life.
Bastards, gotcha.
Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen.
Okay, so that Darren is just rambling.
As to your original question, I'll be honest with you. Your power turns my stomach like sour prunes.
2 against.
Rejected. It can't hurt.
Ugh, these dames are tough. But Iomade is as tough as you. If she tells you to do something, you better do what she says. I can feel it in my tail. You're good and righteous and all that, so do what the righteous goddess is telling you. Maybe it'll even make my life a smidge easier. After you, become more like a human.
Okay, Wooljiv is against, but Wooljiv's opinion is irrelevant because he just runs away anytime there's trouble.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
Oh, I don't take the sound of being finished off in the back alley. I don't know, maybe that might actually be good. Graver's vote doesn't count anyway, though, because he's boring. Wooljiv for Hey, that guy, if that guy wanted to vote, he shouldn't keep running away.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by Arilu Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
Okay, so 6-4, 2 against.
Listen to the goddess, Warchief. And if you won't listen to her, then listen to me. You don't need these thrice cursed powers. You're the strongest of the strong, and the bravest of the brave, even without the gifts of a mad sorceress.
Then your approach is automatically. And also, you said, I would let you name my players, so that's another vote for Gold Dragon. Okay, Ulbricht's vote would count, but he's literally a griffin, and animals do not have voting rights. I made my decision.
I am waiting for your answer. I hope you will choose wisely.
I think if I counted the votes, it would probably be 50-50 just about.
Quite right. Make your choice, and make it the right one.
Wait, do I not even get a choice? What's that right? Oh. Oh, okay. So if you choose legend here, then that's like the one doesn't need to be a mythic creature, an otherworldly being, or a deity chosen to become a hero. This path may be grueling and full of temptation, but the mortals who tread it fully earns the right to call themselves a true legend. Vendog pops out from the sewer and gives her a vote. Is it spoiler to say what paths I'm missing at this point? Like, I'm missing Lich, I know. What are the other 3 paths here? Is the Storm that walks the path? Lich, Devil, Storm that walks. Oh, Aeon. Devil, Storm, Lich, Aeon. Devil, Storm, Lich, Aeon. Makes sense. Devil is a path. How the hell do you unlock the Devil path? What the hell? That's cool. Devil. I guess you have to just be lawful evil. Oh, Devil is through Aeon or Asata. Ah. That makes sense. I can see Devil through Aeon. That actually makes sense, yeah. I don't know if I'm through Asata though, that I don't get. I mean, Asata is chaotic, isn't it? The gold dragon is mighty, almost omnipotent creature that possesses powers beyond all others. The gold dragon is the embodiment of goodness, hope, and redemption. You gain the ability to breathe holy energy, engulfing all enemies in 50-foot cone and dealing character level plus half your mythic rank, d8 damage. Oh, okay. So, wait, so like, it would be like 28 d8 damage? You are very correct. I can see I see the Aeon path, so that makes sense. Aeons are like, well, Aeons aren't lawful though, right? They're just neutral. Or are Aeons lawful? They're lawful neutral. Yeah, they're lawful neutral. I mean they're not good. They're lawful neutral. So going lawful evil makes sense. So what, the average damage on a D8 is 4.5. That would be like an average of like 80 damage or something. Well, a bit more than 80 damage, but without the mythic level. DC 10 plus half your character level plus your mythic rank, your highest ability modifier, half the damage. That's a pretty good DC, huh? Enemies stuck with your breaths also gain a -1 penalty to all D20 rolls, while all enemies who fail the reflex save throw gain a -2 penalty. Damn. You can use your breath once every 1d4 rounds. At 9th mythic rank, the cooldown is reduced to 1 to 2 rounds. At 10th, you can use the ability every round. You can assume the form of a gold dragon. You gain the following abilities: a +10 size bonus to strength, +8 size bonus to constitution, a +8 natural armor bonus to AC, blind sense 60 feet. You also gain 1 bite 2d8, 2 claws 2d6, 2 air attacks 1d8, and 1 tail slap 2d6. But it doesn't seem like I get a pounce from this though. But I mean the +10 to strength sounds pretty crazy. You gain immunity to poison, disease, fear, confusion, paralysis, and sleep. You also gain resistance to all energy equal to your character level, plus half your mythic rank. Damn, wait, but I already picked a mythic talent for this. The hell? Here you get wings. If any of your saving throw bonuses before modifiers less than 5 plus your mythic rank, you gain a bonus up to that number. What? Oh, the bonus. Okay. Not the roll itself. If any of your attributes before modifiers less than 14, you gain a bonus of that number. Your highest ability score gets a +4. All your hit dice are now D12. Any spell dealing damage now changed their dice to D8, D6, if it was not D6 or greater. If it was already D6 or greater, instead the spell deals 1 additional point of damage per dice roll. All your weapons count as +5 weapons. Ooh. Even my fists? What's the use case for this D6 spell thing? Does anyone know? What spell? What spell deals less than D6 damage that you would be like, oh crap, I can cast this spell now? I can't believe I picked Rupture Restraints, and now I basically get it for free for being a dragon. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh yeah, still good, nice. Wait, I still get the wings? Oh my god. Lower level ones like Burning Hands, okay. Yeah, but also, like, would you want to cast Burning Hands not because of the D6, right? Like, I'm curious if there's any, like, spell where you're like, wait a second, hold on. Yo, hold on a second. So at next mythic rank, I get a feat. Perfect Mind, ooh. If you vowed to serve the Hawk, nice. If best like bonus is less than 15 plus rank, you get a bonus of that number. All skills become class skills for you. If any of your attributes before modifiers less than 18, you get a bonus of that. Your highest ability score increases. Any spell dealing. Oh, okay, now it increases more. The D8. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. You get immunity to acid, cold, electricity, fire, energy drain, and negative energy. All your spells and abilities become empowered and maximized if possible, as though using empowered spell and maximum spell feats. Any spells dealing damage now change your dice to D10. Damn. But this is like a really cool path to go for an actual spellcaster. What the hell? What the hell, eh? It's great for hybrid casters. Caster, I also check this. If you want to roleplay, you should go legend and take 20 levels in childcare. True. What is this? What is this cloak? Do I have this? Or I'm about to unlock this. Grants the dragon 2 additional spell slots for a 9th level spells. In addition, Dragon's Breath deals additional 20 divine damage on its DC by 2. So dragon can get 2 more level 9 spells from it, which is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. This is cool. I'm thinking about just going for improved unarmed strike. Though I don't know if I'm just gonna. Am I just gonna be in a dragon form 24/7 at this point? The face also are big, still, if you know what to pick. Yeah, for sure. Am I just gonna be in dragon form basically the entire game, rest of the game now? I feel like that's probably the case, right? So improving my unarmed strike doesn't really matter. I feel like taking 10 at this point seems so pointless. Like my check is already like I'm rolling like a 70 or something. If I have to take 10 to succeed, that sounds insane. That sounds like insanity. Oh, would be good though, right? Because I'm gonna have natural attacks now. You can't have full effect, all the physical exclusion plus 4. Additionally, if you have also I feel like a Master Shapeshifter or Brutality Incarnate are actually really good here. Probably Master Shapeshifter though, right? Assuming that the Dragon form is a polymorph effect, which I assume it is, right? I don't know if it'll actually say, but yeah, polymorph. Because then I love that I can actually have this open here. All the physical ability score adjustments are modified by +4, so does that count to this size thing right here? Because then this would be a 14 and a 12. I'm at the dragon feat thing, which comes at rank 9, lets you pick any 3 feats absolutely without requirement. Oh, that's awesome. They stack. Yeah, I was more curious if this like, so we're saying that this size bonus to strength counts with this polymorph effect. No, in that case, this sounds really good. I don't know if my attacks will be like... Are my attacks just going to be good? I feel like avoiding damage reduction is pretty nice too. I don't know which one is best though. Probably avoiding damage reduction, huh? Because this effectively gives you like a +2 to hit and a +2 to damage, and you know it gives me more con, but it's not going to if an enemy has like a DR10 or DR20 or something crazy like that, Master Shapeshifter has to do a lot of carrying to outweigh the loss of damage. I just don't know. I don't know if I have like. And I know I saw something about doing good damage, or like my stuff being good. I just don't remember where I read it. Oh, I don't even have the dragon form yet. I get that next level, next mythic level. Well, I don't mind setting up for it now though. I don't think that's a dumb idea to do. Here, you can change all damage you deal to holy damage or holy damage. Will probably cover me against most demons, right? Which is probably what I'm gonna fight the most. I'll go for Master Shapeshifter, I guess. I think you ignore physical damage at this point anyway. Okay. We'll go Master Shapeshifter to set up for Gold Dragon form next level, I think. Well, actually, I could just pick that next level instead, though. I mean, are there... Maybe I just go Improved Unarmed Strike. I don't know when my next mythic level will come, so maybe I just go Improved Unarmed Strike. I should forget I'd pick it on Aru as well. Aru Shale? Yes. Your breath effective just on the foes on the enemy struck by your breath takes additional positive energy damage equal to your breath damage. Your breath damage increases by a number of damage equal to your mythic rank. Breath dispels all mind affecting applied by enemies from allies in the area. Additionally, well, we know that overwhelming power or whatever is no, or visage is not a mind affecting effect apparently, allegedly. Yeah, twice your mythic rank instead of the mythic rank to your saving throw. That's probably pretty good. Enemies that fail their saving throw against your breath catch on fire, taking your breath damage each round. Wait, what? It's free stats? Why would it be free stats? So it just should count as being polymorph 24/7? Enemy struck by breath takes penalty to save DCs of all spells they cast equal to half your mythic rank for 1d4. Oh. Enemy struck by breath take additional negative energy damage equal to breath. Living enemy struck by breath take constitution damage. Your breath dispels all permanent and temporary negative levels affecting allies in area, cures all temporary ability damage, and restores soul. These are kind of good, right? Like, this is kind of good, right? Because I can spam this outside of combat. This is like an actual, but maybe we're at the point now where we don't care about this anyway, I guess. Breath heals us in area, damage shield. Yeah, like this is great. What the hell? A buff she can cast that obviously you cast since it's really powerful buff already. It's polymorph spell. Yeah, and I've obviously been casting that on her, right? Of course. So the breath already does half my mythic rank. This makes it to mythic rank, but this is not very impressive, right? This is just a few more dice. We're talking about, instead of being 4 dice, now it would be 8 dice. So effectively, like maybe close to 20 damages, 18 damage, something like that. Not very impressive on average. I kind of like, considering some of my hardest encounters have specifically been against enemies that do mind affecting spells on my allies. I actually think this might be pretty good. Though the saving throw thing could be really nice too. The saving throw thing could actually be really, really nice. What's my DC right now? My DC would be... Let's just assume I'm level 20. So the DC is 20, 28, and my highest ability is what, like 10 or something? So 38. So I could add my thing again. Make it a 46. For now. DC 38 is like most level 20 monster, most level 20 hinder monsters we encounter will probably save on that reflex save, I would assume. At a 46, they still probably save, but there's a chance of failure at least. Like, can we look up Baphomet's stats? Water stats. I guess there's no like Wrath of the Righteous wiki where they where they just write it down what the stats of the dudes are. I forgot what his saves were, but I feel like his saves were like in the high 30s or something, right? I'm pretty sure. This seems okay, but it's a little bit like, well, I get, yeah, if they like, I don't like the failed their saving throw part of this, because it's like if an enemy, there's two scenarios there, right? If an enemy is bad enough that they fail their save, then I don't care about them anyway. They're irrelevant. They're not a threat. They're a popsicle. And I don't want to bet on like getting that lucky level 1 roll, you know what I mean, or number 1 roll. And this is also like not that impressive, I don't think. I think either Mind Clearing or Overwhelming would be my bet here. Assuming this isn't as bugged as my other thing, Mind Clearing could actually be really nice, because I do have serious issues with my allies just standing there doing nothing. But also being able to actually like being able to actually do this breath consistently and do damage with it could be the difference between making it worth using or not, right? Looks like we get 3 upgrades to it. Actually, we get 4 upgrades to it, it looks like. I'll do save first, I think. Probably. I'm trying to think like what, like if all the debilitating stuff has been mind affecting abilities so far. Maybe it has. I do like the idea of being able to like grab Kiriris, run by my allies, and just hit all of them with ability. Scorching is pretty nice. Yeah, but Scorching requires them to fail the save. Scorching might be nice with combined with Overwhelming Breath though. Like the end for me might be like Mind Clearing, Overwhelming, Scorching, and Rejuvenating. I'll do Overwhelming. New spells. Dragon Demand? How about you drag on these nuts? Summon Dragon, hold up. Ooh, we got Aspect of the Wolf Trip as well, and Lifelink End. And Breath of Life. With this icon that is not the Breath of Life icon. Martial qualities. Oh, look at me. I'm all golden. I'm looking at the achievement. Well, why didn't it pop up my achievements? You were inspired by the wisdom and kindness of gold dragons. Yeah, that's definitely what inspired me. It wasn't playing Kiryu as a character. I thank you both for your wise advice, but take a closer look at me and you'll understand that I don't need it. A golden glow engulfs you, metal scales appear in your knuckles, fire erupts from your nostrils. With a shriek, Nocticula shields her eyes. Even Iomedes squints a little as she looks at you. Just squinting at me.
You are beautiful. Now I have no doubts. He will save us all.
What is that? Where did it come from?
So, this is the path you have chosen? Well, I accept your choice with
She's
respect.
a scaly, hell yeah.
It will not be easy for you, guardian of mortals. Do not expect any gratitude from those you save, and your loved ones will have to pay for every one of your failures. But if you can handle the burden that you have just taken on, then perhaps one day you will understand how I feel, and then we will meet again. And now I bid you farewell.
Can you somehow get to this choice and only have Legend Path available? Like you mess up you mess up every other path so bad you only have Legend left to choose? Because I imagine picking Angel Path requires you to be on good terms with people like Iomade, right? And I assume the dragon was only available because I picked the dragon option in the dialogue choice before. I think so. I think it always have demon. Oh yeah. Well, I didn't have demon. I don't think. But you're saying that if I didn't have angel, I would have demon. Demon or angel, yeah, makes sense. I still had the dragon shadow. That's so cool we didn't have that in 1.0. The dragons flying around.
Adventures can wait.
Anivia waves at you. Commander, we won. We did it. The demons just folded and fled. All hail the great gold dragon. All hail the great gold. Apologies, Commander. It's probably awkward for you to listen to all this, but you really are something extraordinary. Your power is frightening, but your goddess and wisdom are awe-inspiring. Goodness, sorry. What's with all the excitement? I'm just doing what I can. Anivia laughs. Sure. But what you can do is turn into an awesome dragon. But it's more than just that. When I saw the demons just leaving one after another, wait, I can't even do that yet though, can I? Without hurting nobody, I wondered if this is how things could always be. If they all just took themselves back to the abyss without harming any of our side. Nobody would be sad to see the back of this war. Erebet nods. We're all tired of burying our brothers and sisters in arms. You didn't go on the offensive against the enemy, Commander. You saved the city and defeated your people without attacking. This is an extraordinary achievement. Cutscene dragon. Everything's going to be fine. Dresden is safe, and I'll make sure it stays that way. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna look after the city too, that's what. Don't go thinking you're alone in this. We ain't gonna kick back and relax just because you can make miracles happen. He's right. You've set an example for the rest of us. Protect what matters most at any cost. That is the only way to become stronger. Erebet looks at Anivia. It is this truth that is the closest to my heart. What's the situation at the front? Oh, dude, we're gonna do so much dialoguing right now, aren't we? Oh, no. Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the Sword of Valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking this right even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons, we don't know. And I doubt anyone except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere, the Ivory Labyrinth, I'll bet. And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units and then closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I'd care to admit before we figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get one of those portals in time. You could be ready for them somehow, so that when one opens, you get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor Herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. I don't understand. Is this something I don't understand? Is the game being weird or something? I watched Baphomet grab the heart out of the chest of the Inheritor, and then I killed Baphomet. But now the Inheritor is alive again, and he's being held captive. Did they grab his, like... But we didn't leave his body in there. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. I guess they could use the heart to resurrect him? I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it. They're keeping him buried alive without a heart. But did we leave his body in there then? We were like... Were all the angels with me? They were like, just leave that there. Whatever, man. Or was it stolen away when I wasn't paying attention? He was teleported. Oh, okay. By who, though? By the Echo? But why would the Echo put him in the Ivory Labyrinth? I'm so confused. How do you feel after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. I was teleported away right after he took his heart. Oh, okay. Weird thing to do, but alright. As you heard, I have to catch Arelu. Any idea where I should look for her? Not especially. She's been roaming the abyss all this time, but now that that avenue is close to her, particularly the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here in the wound. Some nasty place like Iz, or maybe she went as far as the threshold. And her army of demons enhanced by 900 crystals was being sent here. It's being led by a demon named Mutasafen. You know anything about that? Scouts reported the movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They were marching across the dried-out lake. There used to be Sarkori and holy place there, I heard. But where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us, that's for sure. At least not yet. It's a report I'll be setting off without delay. Commander, go forth boldly, have no fear, but just make sure you don't get carried away out there. People have already heard stories of you making fools of demons. Fools are going to come here, for sure. So come back as soon as, and together we'll all march against the demons in the final battle. That is, if you don't mind... If you don't change their mind after hearing your speeches. Herbert nods. Great deeds lie ahead, Commander. Everyone must pick a side. The people are tired of war, but they believe in good, and they are drawn to you. You'll see. Regil. I may be a Regil, but I'm not a Regil, Commander. One second, I'm trying to fix my pillowcase that I use for my footstool. Regil looks a sight more tense than usual. Kiryu, I have important news. I will do my best to be brief. The Hell Knight orders have not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my latest report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. The very notion that we have been cooperating with a weapon forged by Arella Warlesh and Nocticula has caused discontent. The Order have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignments and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts. The one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue between the Orders and the Crusaders. This is a matter of importance. How could you even think that reporting this to the Order of the Claw would be a good idea? What kind of reaction should I expect from the Hell Knights? Any up to and including a formal declaration of war. Which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve the issue before it devolves into open conflict. Very well, I will go there as soon as possible. Excellent, that is all I had to report, so I will return to my duties and you may attend to your other affairs. Kiryu, the succubus gazes at you despondently. She always speaks quietly, but now her voice is barely audible whisper. In my dream, a fire destroyed almost everything. The only thing that survived was a table. I returned to my dream world so many times. The nightmare still lurks there, but I want to understand why this table is so important. Why did it survive the fire? I can't figure out what makes it special. It looks like a simple piece of furniture. It just stands there. What is it supposed to mean? What am I doing wrong? Is your nightmare still attacking you? Not openly, it still lurks in the shadows, gnawing at my soul from within. It never leaves me alone, but it hasn't tried to fight me again. Or to enter the dream again. I don't think that will help. We've already been together, and no, there must be something else. I must look at it from a different side, but how do you find the other side of a dream? The other side of a dream is called reality. Perhaps this table represents something that you are supposed to do in real life? You might be right. Outer shell brightens considerably. But what exactly should I do? Find a table? Buy one? Perhaps I should learn to craft, or learn the craft of a carpenter and make one myself? So many possibilities, and I don't even know where to begin. Her excitement gives way to dismay. Perhaps Desna can help you solve this riddle. But she was the one who asked me to solve it. I don't think she's going to tell me the answer. I must find it myself, but how? Where did this table come from? Where did it come from? Arashel considers your question. She taps her lips thoughtfully. Oh, I remember now. There was a loaf of bread on the table. That was Anivia's dream, remember? She said she wanted to learn how to bake. The bread went up in flames along with all the other fragments of her dreams, but the table remained. If this table came from Anivia's dream, perhaps you should talk to her. Well, I've been living among mortals for a while now, but there's still so much I don't understand about your kind. How you live, what you dream about? You're right, we should ask Anivia. It is part of her dream, after all. That's a good idea, but... The succubus shifts from foot to foot reluctantly. Could you please talk to her instead? I don't even know how to begin a conversation like this. It is so personal. Please ask her, and I will stay nearby. Yeah, if I see her, I'll talk to her. If I see Anivia, I'll talk to her, I guess. Yo, Loiter, why are we in my bedroom? What happened? Commander, the Inquisitor greets you with a bow. I'm sincerely gladdened by your return, and I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It's a shame that my duty has kept me away from the front line. Rather to take up a place in the ranks of your Crusaders, and perhaps I will still have a chance to do so. But before that happens, we must address another issue. How hot you are, Commander. I suppose you have already guessed what has brought me here. We parted ways after the discovery we made at the Count Arenda's estate. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit for an unknown entity which I called the Other. I retreated to Nerosian and went beyond Mendev's borders, looking for mention of such entities and ways to fight to them. And now that my search has borne fruit, I am ready to tell you about it. Why did your search take so long? Because we were dealing with a rare phenomenon, a true anomaly. The Mendev Inquisition has amassed substantial experience in fighting demons, but here we are up against something completely different. I had to troll through our archives searching for cases that seemed in any way similar. I sent inquiries to our friends' temples and reached out beyond our nation's borders to experts on the unknown. It was dull and painstaking work, but it was necessary. But have you learned about the Other? I must be honest, I still don't know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents. Individuals who, in a horrible moment in their life, became a gateway for an unknown entity.